Now, in the run-up to the Paralympics, we looked at the difficulties disabled people are confronted with in travelling on Britain's roads and railways in our No Go Britain series. Now, after hearing stories from viewers of the troubles they've had with air travel, we return to a similar theme. For the first of a series of reports on No Fly Britain, Katie Razzle has been talking to disabled travellers whose experiences have left them thousands of pounds out of pocket and afraid to fly.
After months in rain-soaked Glasgow, Laura Michelle Stewart was looking forward to a week in Mallorca, but things went wrong from the moment the plane landed.
My friend was looking down at the luggage and she noticed that all the assistance team was just standing looking at the chair and she didn't have a clue and she was thinking, Laura, why are they all looking at your chair, what's going on? And we're like, I don't know, we should be fine, maybe just a part's missing or something. And when we got off the plane, they then told us that he'd dropped the chair had fell from the plane and dropped. And it was quite badly smashed.
In fact, the damage was so bad the wheelchair was a write-off. Laura Michelle was forced to spend the holiday in a hire chair. It didn't fit her properly and the battery kept going flat, leaving her effectively trapped in her hotel.
It was a fun environment to be in, but it was just the kind of place you'd like a break away from. You'd like to go a walk at night or you'd like to go down the beach, and that was just totally took away from you. You didn't have that option anymore.
Wheelchairs cost between £5,000 and £15,000, but under international law, compensation to their owners is currently limited to just £1,085, whatever the chair's value and however bad the damage is. That's all her airline Jet2 chose to offer her. In a statement, Jet2 said,
"We were disappointed to hear about the damage to Ms Stewart's wheelchair and apologise for any inconvenience this caused. Our booking terms and conditions outline that our liability in the event of any damage is limited by the Montreal Convention. We also state that adequate travel insurance should be taken to fully protect against the value of mobility equipment."
But it's not just how airlines handle wheelchairs, but how they handle their disabled customers, which is the issue for many.
Harness across and clip.
Carolyn Braithwaite is a nervous flyer. It's not crashing, but bad experiences with her disabled daughter Azaria, which have left her with a sense of dread when she arrives at the airport. She's come to the Queen Elizabeth Foundation in Surrey. It has a new facility to help disabled people and carers like Carolyn prepare for flights, try out new equipment, and hopefully avoid past nightmares.
And now you're ready for takeoff.
We used an option called the Burnett Body Support, which requires you to use a pump to deflate the beanbag around the child and shape it so that it moulds to the shape of your child to give the support you need. We were supposed to be allowed, I'd arranged with the airline that we could go on 15 minutes early to set it up. When we actually got to the airport, no one knew about it. They didn't let us onto the aircraft early enough. As a result, we went on with all the other passengers. We were in people's way and actually had the airline tell me to hurry up because we were going to miss their flight time, and they were actually quite rude to me.
With the Paralympics, there have been some efforts at airports to help disabled travellers. At Heathrow, a wheelchair repair specialist is on hand to deal with breakages which can leave passengers stranded. And stranded is how many disabled passengers who've contacted the Muscular Dystrophy campaign felt.
The armrest has been completely ripped off. The headrest looks as though it's been misshapen.
The charity is conducting a survey and has received many emails cataloguing damage and difficulties experienced by disabled flyers.
There have been people whose wheelchairs have actually been dropped out of aeroplanes, people who've had their wheelchairs, their powered wheelchairs, go onto the carousel. And so it's something which really shouldn't be happening, and the airlines and the airport should be well aware of a person's needs and the importance of a wheelchair to the individual.
Channel 4 News has been scrutinising whether public transport companies are meeting their obligations to disabled passengers. Now we want to take a look at the care offered by airlines and airports. Though it appears legally, there's little they have to do. Please tweet us your stories using the hashtag NoFlyBritain so we can find out how bad the problem is and what we can do about it.